The little girl accidentally ingested a steel needle. This caused the needle to enter a major artery and wander throughout her body. If the major artery ruptures, the little girl will undoubtedly die. The mother knelt on the ground, desperately pleading with the doctors to save her daughter. Even the most skilled doctor was helpless, because the steel needle moves along with the major artery. Its position cannot be reliably determined. Moreover, the needle could at any moment flow into the skull, leading to brain death. Just as the mother was in despair, a driver approached from the side, saying that he was confident he could extract the needle. At first, everyone thought that the young man intended to kill the little girl, but now they had no other option. Besides, the little girl had already started coughing up blood. The mother had no choice but to let the young man try to locate the needle. The young man immediately opened his golden pupil, and in one glance, he saw that the needle had already reached the little girl's heart. No wonder the little girl had just started bleeding. In order to protect the girl's heart meridians, he then employed the energy of all the deities in heaven to stabilize the little girl's entire network of meridians. The next step was the most critical one, to extract the needle from her heart by suction with his hand. He merely raised his hand, and in the next second, the needle was removed from the little girl's body. It turned out that the young man was no ordinary person. He was the head of security in heaven, responsible for managing the celestial soldiers. Just a few days ago, he was a security guard earning less than $100,000 a month, and he even held dozens of jobs solely to pay for his girlfriend's treatment. Unexpectedly, all his desperate efforts to earn money were met with his girlfriend's betrayal, as he discovered, upon entering his home, that his girlfriend was entangled with a rich second-generation scion. He was about to fight his girlfriend with all his might, but ended up being bashed by the rich kid until his head was bleeding profusely, as the bloodstains on the ground were absorbed by the television nearby, and then the TV began broadcasting the hot news from heaven, and he inexplicably woke up. Watching the heavenly news being shown on TV, he thought he was hallucinating. At that moment, the Jade Emperor was troubled by the hygiene issues in heaven, because the steeds and pets of the many deities were defecating and urinating everywhere, making heaven a chaotic mess. Yet no deity could come up with a good solution. Seeing this, the young man made a snide remark, saying that the issue of pets running around freely could be easily resolved. Drawing on his many years of experience as a security guard, he suggested that pets be issued identification certificates, and those without certificates should be confined, while those with certificates should have their owners held responsible and heavily fined, so that in the future no deity would dare let their pets run around freely. These words immediately garnered the admiration of the Jade Emperor, and in the next second, the young man was sucked into the television. At that moment, the young man still did not know what was happening, but the Jade Emperor appreciated his talent, and granted this mortal young man a divine position, along with the superpower of the golden eye, and gave him the right to spy on the citizens of Earth, after which, the young man instantly returned to Earth. He thought he had just dreamed it all, but it turned out that he had only opened his eyes wide, and was able to see as far as 1,000 miles away, and he realized that what he had just experienced was not a dream. Now that he possessed such an incredible ability, he was determined to make the rich kid pay a heavy price.